When the earth starts to settle, God throws a stone at it. And believe me, he's winding up.
So, first of all, with regard to full disclosure, I am not drunk, but I have been drinking. I like Fireball, man. Sometimes I just miss the taste of cinnamon something. So, Ceuta is a town in the country of Africa, kind of tacked on to, or the continent of Africa, the country of Morocco. It's kind of like tacked on to it a little bit. Like, here's Spain, the big fit. Like, everybody knows, of course, that the entirety of Europe is essentially like a bee with a big boxing glove on, right? And Spain is the big boxing glove, right? And then here's Africa, right? And then Ceuta is this teeny little thing right there. It looks like it's about half of my hometown. And my hometown, I would call a medium-sized suburb, right? We're close to a bunch of cities, but we're not really a city. But we're like twice the size of all the cities near us. You know what I mean? And we're like kind of the same size as Cleveland, pretty much. But we're like twice the size of this Ceuta. Ceuta has a little bit more, 83,000 and change, right? And yesterday, today, whenever it was that fucking happened, it happened. About 50, I've seen 50, I've seen 80. And everything, I've seen 60, I've seen 70. Nobody quite knows exactly how many migrants came just fucking floating across the ocean and started just running into the fucking city. But the lowest estimate I've seen is 50K. So for a town of 83 and change thousand people, to have 50,000 to 80,000 random Moroccan dudes come running into the fucking country, city, town, village, their population has practically doubled overnight. Reminds me of stories I saw during Biden, where it would be like a town of 30,000 people and 20,000 migrants would just be fucking dropped in there. And it would be like, what the fuck just happened? Like, dude, because in Spain, they elected a fucking asshole who is not working for the best interests of Spain. Like, we've got a lot of countries right now that are voting in enemies. Just gonna throw it out there like that. They're voting into power literal enemies of the state. Enemies of that country. And these people are getting in power and they're saying, alright, now I'm going to bring up my forces. And they just call up 50,000 fucking mostly criminal Moroccans. Fuck you. I'm just being honest. And they're just flooding this teeny little fucking town. Because in Spain, they said, you know, if you come over to Spain, we're just going to naturalize you. We're just going to give you amnesty. You're a citizen. Come on over. And 50,000. I love this now. Fighting age. I love this fighting age shit. Warriors. Soldiers. Fuck this fighting age men shit. What is with all these euphemisms? Why the fuck are there still people out there saying grape? They're soldiers. They're invaders. They're enemy combatants. Why do I say such bold things? Why do I call them mostly criminal? Why do I fucking say they're invaders, they're warriors, they're soldiers? Why do I use such language? Because it's the fucking truth. They stormed the fucking gates. They went over the walls. They ran into the city like looters. And what have they done since? Looted. They're breaking into businesses and looting them. They're breaking into houses and kicking out the people that live there. And then they just squat. Oh, this is my fucking place now. What are you going to do about it? Because it's me and my 20 friends. We're taking over your house. No, not all 20 of us are going to live in here. No, we're taking over this whole building. But me and my 20 friends say you gotta fucking leave. Like, and I know what they're gonna do. If they're smart, people of Ceuta, those of you that may be watching this, here's what you need to do. You need to get all those people onto a boat and float their asses over to the fucking mainland. If Spain wants them, give them to them. You should have a revolving ferry. Hey, you know, in another 2 days, the ferry will be here to take you all the fuck to Spain. And then, after you get that started, you should make 3 or 4 more ferries. To just keep a rotating... Every hour, we've got a boat that comes in and just takes you all to fucking Spain. They can run across the border, run through the town yelling and screaming, break windows, attack people, all the shit that they're doing. Go right to the next port, jump on a boat. Party boat's heading out. 20 minutes. Don't worry, there'll be another one here in 1 hour. Fuck them. Like a situation like that, where you're a teeny little sleepy town, stuck onto a shithole country, that's technically owned by another country that desperately wants to be a shithole country. That's why I loved when DeSantis sent that busload of migrants to fucking Martha's Vineyard. I was like, awesome. Because I thought it was so fucking ironic that all of the people that are like, no, we should really just flood our country with migrants. As soon as their town got flooded, what happened? Just like I said, they came in on a bus and they went, oh, okay, you're here. Okay, well, follow me. Yeah, you see this bus? Get on it. And they sent them immediately the fuck out. Send them to the next red city over. They're the one that need these voters. So Spain just got 50,000 more migrants. I can't call them illegal migrants. They're not. The government supports this. If you come into the country, no matter how you're there, you're fucking Spanish. You are a Spaniard now. knighting, that's English. Whatever. Anyways. So, Spain is about to go the way of, Britain, Germany, all these other fucking dumbass countries that are like, just send everybody that loves to rape kids, send them all over here. Nah, fuck it, we'll protect them. Don't worry. We need their votes. We gotta stay in power. Do you even comprehend the amount of money that we're making by defrauding the government because we vote fraud into the government? Ah, we're gonna stay in power for as long as we can, you dumb bitches. How the fuck they've tricked a majority of people in all these countries to vote for this retarded shit? But I'm serious, man. I gotta tell you. My lead producer, which thank you, Asmund, for doing so much work on all of this. It has been so helpful. He did so much work to help me out with making this video. He says that like in another 10 years, all these random illegal migrant attacks and shit like that, all the trucks of peace and all that shit, he's like, man, in 10 years it's gonna turn into a war. And I'm like, 10 years? You children. It's gonna be 100 years. These people are going to suffer this brutality and all this shit for 100 fucking years. At least. At least. Like, this is the kind of shit that it takes generations to rev up. And then it takes generations to move into its next phase. And then it takes more generations to resolve. This invasion of Western Europe, this is going to happen for another 100 years. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And everybody's going to vote for it. Because women run the planet now. Feminism told women and men that if only women were in charge of everything, there would be no more war. And yeah, they're right. There would just be random conquerings. There wouldn't be no war because there would be peace. There would be no war because you're not in a war if at least one side isn't fighting back. If you just get rolled over, that's not a war. That's a massacre. So yeah, if women rule the world, there would be no war. Because everybody would just get rolled over. We're watching it happen in so many European countries now. And it's been happening for so long. I mean, does everybody remember Brexit? Does everybody remember that Brexit was a thing? Like, what, 10 years ago? Does everybody remember why Brexit was a thing? Because the British were like, this is fucked up. Because this shit that everybody's freaking out about now was happening a decade ago. That's why they had Brexit. What did you think that was about? Did nobody pay attention? It was about the fucking migrant invasion. A bunch of British people were like, we're being invaded. We gotta get out of the EU. Because the EU's like, come invade us. And all of these fucking North Africans are invading us. We gotta get out of this shit. This has been going on for so long. that countries are trying to avoid it. And have failed. Fucking utterly. Because it's a war of attrition. We're just going to send more and more and more and more people up there. And whatever happens to you is fucking your fault. Because you let them come. You let them come in. You let them be here. The fucking Pakistani rape gang shit. I don't even really blame the Pakistanis. They like to rape children. Europe's gonna let them do it. Why not? Go to Europe. I'm going to Europe. Why are you going to Europe? You're looking for a better opportunity? Are you looking for justice? Are you looking to escape prosecution? No, I like fucking children. That's why I'm going to Europe. Because they let you do it there. They protect you. They bring them back to you whenever they fucking run away. I mean, it's like listening to some sections of the rape gang report sounded like listening to stories of slavery in America. Slaves would run away. There'd be people that would find them. They'd catch them. They'd bring them back. And no, I'm not saying every one of these guys is a terrible criminal child rapist. No, of course not. But you better pretend like they are. You gotta kick them all the fuck out. You gotta round them all up. You gotta kick them all the fuck out. What Spain should be doing right now is saying, hey, we're gonna send the military down there to try to kick these motherfuckers out. But at the same time, we're going to start evacuating Spanish people. I think we just might give up this little city. We might just go, it's Morocco now. We're just going to be like, that's too... There's a big swath of, ocean, sea, whatever it is, that's between Spain proper and the little teeny town of Ceuta or whatever the fuck it's called. In Morocco, they sent 50,000 troops to go and conquer a city of 80,000 people. Time to withdraw. That's what they should do. We're not going to let one of you motherfuckers get across the sea to come and fuck with us, and we're going to evacuate everybody we can from a city that has fallen to Morocco. Moroccan forces overwhelmed the defenses of the tiny little sleepy suburb of Ceuta, and so all the citizens had to be evacuated. There's been heavy military action. Hey man, I told you guys. Years ago. What, like six years ago now? 7 years ago? I said, if Joe Biden gets elected, it's going to be 1,000 years of darkness. And everybody who's saying, oh man, another 10 to 20 years, and people are really going to be upset about this. Sure. Yeah. Like, dude, we got people like Mao and Pol Pot, Stalin, Hitler. A lot of these people just kind of rose up. They went the Hillary Clinton route. I've got private politics. And I've got public politics. And I tell you that I'm going to do the public politics stuff until you elect me. And then I'm going to do all of my private politics stuff, which is going to be a shocking amazement to you because it's going to be completely opposite of what I told you to elect me for. Right? Like, Adolf Hitler did not run on a platform of, I'm going to kill all the Jews. Like, we didn't know that that was a thing that was going on until American forces found concentration camps. This was not really a widely advertised part of the fucking war. People act like it is now because nobody was fucking there then. But that was not like a thing that people knew. We didn't get involved because the world finally found out about the Holocaust. We found out about the Holocaust because we just kind of stumbled upon it. And it was like, what the fuck? We knew that they didn't like the Jews. We just didn't know to what degree. However, the next Hitlerian figure they're going to show up because it's going to be like, look, these are enemy combatants. Any non-German citizen in Germany, anybody who doesn't look German that commits a crime, we're just going to execute you. Dude, it's like, what was his name? The president in the Philippines? Duarte. He literally ran on a platform that was pillared with, I'm going to kill the drug dealers. He ran on that. What I'm going to do when I get in power is, I'm going to kill the drug dealers. And everybody went, great idea, you got my vote. Because I got big problems with drug dealers. Like, the drug dealer problem got so much that a guy ran on a platform that was pillared with, I'm going to kill the drug dealers. And he won. And he killed the drug dealers. Like, you get to a point in Europe where somebody's going to run on a platform of, I'm going to kill the criminals. That shit is going to take a good 100 years. I'm sorry to say. They'll get close. You know, they'll vote in a Donald Trump. And then all of the people in power will just gang fuck the Donald Trump. And they'll be backed up by their militia, which they have been importing into their country. All of these violent people that they're bringing in, so that when it comes down to, this guy's running on a platform of, get rid of the illegals. We can't have that, can we? And then 20 million illegals go, no. And they riot in the streets. Every ICE riot is a riot of illegal immigrants saying no. The sad thing is, though, there is nary an illegal immigrant in any of those riots. It's all American citizens that are fucking retarded. Yeah. Ceuta, Spain is fucked. Like, they got invaded. They got conquered. It's over. If they try to fight back, they will be overwhelmed. Because 80,000 against 50,000 doesn't sound like much. Except when you take into the consideration, it is 83,000 and change random suburban citizens, men, women, children, old people, against 50,000 18 to 33 men. I don't know, man. I'm thinking there's maybe out of 83,000, there's maybe 20 to 30,000 soldiers. And I mean, I'm talking just normal citizens that will qualify as soldiers because they're of the age of soldierdom, right? Maybe 20 to 30,000. Like, new school combat, 20,000 people can wildly fuck up 50K. If you got American technology, the American military, I will take 20,000 service members from any branch you want to throw out there, or an amalgam of all of them. I don't even give a shit. I will take 20,000 American soldiers over 50,000 Moroccan men any day of the week. But 20,000 random fucking dudes against 50,000 random fucking dudes? There is no war. You've just been rolled over.